One thing we are almost certain of is that the iPhone 14 Pro range will have a new chipset probably called the A16 Bionic, but not the iPhone 14 models. The process used to make this has been the subject of much deliberation, but is essentially boils down to this: the 5nm processor could be used as it has been for the last 2 years, as TSMC, the company that's producing the chipset, is apparently struggling to switch to a 3nm processor, the next wave of chips that it will make for the iPhones. It now seems hugely likely that this 3nm process, which will increase speed and battery life for the phones using the chip, is going to be used for next year's device, with the iPhone 2023 getting the benefit in the A17 Bionic chip. What's very likely at this point is that only the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max would get the new A16 Bionic chipset, with the basic models being stuck with the A15 Bionic, albeit the more powerful model than what we saw in the iPhone 13 Pro. The same source says to expect 6GB of RAM in every model, although the iPhone 14 Pro lineup will get the faster LPDDR5 RAM. Macworld has published an excellent deep dive on what sort of power increases you can expect for the iPhone 14 Pro models. Check it out if you fancy geeking through what's coming in the transistor space. On the storage front, the Pro models of the iPhone 13 increased the maximum amount of internal storage you could buy from 512 megabyte to 1 terabyte, and we are hearing that the iPhone 14 Pro phones could double it again, all the way to 2 TB. But more recent leaks have seen the capacity will again top out at 1 TB. What's conflicting the moment is the starting storage of the 14 Pro models. If they start at 256GB as has been mooted, then that $100 price increase is more palatable, but we are not hearing anything concrete on that yet. Other changes, well, Mark Gurman has said what while Apple apparently tested under display touch ID, the company is now all in on face ID, so it sounds like this probably won't happen, and if it does, it's likely to be as well as face ID rather than instead. The switch from a lightning port to USB-C was rumored at the start of the year, but it's way too soon to say that. It will be iPhone 15 at the earliest in order to comply with new UI legislation. A patent suggested that the iPhone 14 might also have a new form of 3D touch, which would use haptic feedback to make interaction more intuitive, but as with all patents, we wouldn't count on anything coming of this one. There is also talk that Apple could switch from a physical SIM card to an eSIM, which you wouldn't be able to remove. The iPhone 13 range already has this, but it's in addition to a physical one, not instead. However, if Apple does go eSIM only with any iPhone 14, it will probably also offer models that have both kinds. Finally, we have also heard that the speakers might be better on the upcoming models with improved bass and clarity. That's an underrated rumor and one we really hope come to pass. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, feel free to share it with your friends and keep watching Best Buy to get your top-notch day-to-day commodities.